Everybody, who is this guy? I recognize the bike, but I don't recognize him. But he obviously sells Scott and Syncros in his shop. He has a Scott t-shirt. Well, guess what we're going to talk about? Yep, the Scott Speedster. I have it finally set up exactly the way I want it. And I got that annoying front derailleur adjusted. Basically, it had a full adjustment. We had to lift the derailleur up. It's one of those clamp-on designs, so somehow, some way it loosened up. And look how we routed the cable. Cable's perfect now. Before it was sticking straight up because he didn't route the cable properly. But now it's routed properly. Rear derailleur works flawlessly. Gears are nice. Also, what did we find? The brake calipers were super loose. So it was a simple fix. Bolt them on tighter. So we torqued them correctly. Same thing with the front. So now I've got this bike exactly the way I want it. Now, am I excited about it? You know, lukewarm. I've got front and rear lights on it. So I got my rear light on it. I got my front light on it. It's about 500 lums. I know the computer doesn't match at all, but I needed that red computer to go on my Synops because it matched a lot better. So I am going to get a different computer for this bike. Still debating whether to stick with a basic Cat Eye or go with a Garmin or another Wahoo. But, you know, this bike I only ride at night. This bike I ride after work. This is my kick-around bike, like my old Mossy Corsa or Grand Corsa, or what other old bikes that have. My State was another good bike to ride at night. And what I mean by bikes that we're riding at night, bikes that aren't our top of the line, bikes that aren't our best, bikes that we don't mind scuffing up a little bit, but we want them to run flawlessly. This bike will probably be sold by the end of summer, and I'm pretty positive I'm going to get top dollar for it, simply because the shop I go to, InCycle, really hooks me up on the bikes, and they really take care of my bikes. So if I have a tire that's a little, you know, not doing so well, then I'm just going to replace it. I'm not going to hand it over to the next guy. I want the next person who owns this bike to enjoy it, to say, hey, you know, that Dave guy, man, or what they really call me, Super Dave Rice, he really takes care of his bikes. And when he sells a bike, you know, he sells it in the condition he wants to buy it in. And that's exactly the key. Sell the bikes in the condition you want to buy them in, and you're going to be just fine. I do have to redo that sticker. It's not perfect, so we're going to redo that. Don't forget the Velo ink. I could still give you guys 15% off if you want to get something from Velo ink. I just think it personalizes bikes really well. Let's get back to this guy. Okay. Still don't understand him, but that's the Scott Speedster. I don't know what country this is. I'll figure it out for you guys, but it's kind of cool. The exact same bike we're talking about right now. Okay guys, just a fun video. I really would love to see what you guys are vlogging out there, what you guys are talking about there. Let me know. There's a few of you who leave a lot of cool comments. I really enjoy reading them. But if you guys have any questions for me, please ask.